What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today we're going to look at numbers and spacing. So there'll be a situation where you receive a UI design from somebody, a UI designer that has designed it. Then you'd like to implement these designs in a framework of sorts like that. So you would be looking for numbers and spacing. So spacing would be like the distance between these two controls here. So this would be like the logo, this would be like the text box, there's some data hidden here. The numbers you'd be looking for, like what's the size of the current canvas, like that. Then you'd like to implement these numbers and thing like that. So let's do that. We'll be really quick about this today in this episode, so step by step. So for starters, you'd like to get the canvas number here. So something will appear on the side of the screen there. So the width would be 1280, then the height would be 720. Then this is how you'd go about implementing this in any framework that you're using, like that. So I'll just use this as an example. I'll use Visual Studio and VS Code for HTML. So Visual Studio right here. So this is the main window. Then you would go about like this. Okay, so we put 720. Okay, then here we've got about 1280. Okay, so the size of the window has increased there. Then you'd want to do that for the image also. So go back in the UI design tool, then that will splash. So this is a 364135. So that data is here also to the left side of the UI design tool there. So 364135. So that's width. So width will be it's which image here? No, not this background one, but this one. So here would like do this. Okay, so we did 364. So put 364 there. Then height will be 135. So that is the height of the image there right now. Then everything is in a stack panel here. So what we're going to do now, when we go back into the UI design tool, so the way these things are stacked together, they mimic functionality of the stack panel, or in an HTML document, a div, like that. So these controls will be stacked on top of each other if they're in a div like that. So what we're looking for now is the distance between the top of this image here all the way to the edge of the canvas there. So like press Ctrl and Alt, then that is 173 there. Then this side is 444, 472, and so forth and so on. So we'll come here. Okay, 173. So let's get to our margins on the stack panel. So start 0, 0, 0, 0 first. Then top 173. Okay, so that has propagated there. Then let's do this. Let's get the width of the image. Resize the stack panel. So do that. Okay, so got the width there. Don't worry about anything else. Then we come here. Sorry, we'll come here. So let's see Ctrl Alt again. So we want this distance from the edge of the canvas. Let's add 444 to the left. So we have our margin here. So 444 to the left. Okay. Then we come back again. Ctrl Alt. 472 to the right. So let me do this there. And this is supposed to be 472. 472 there. So on the top here we have 173, and we have 444 there, then 472. Then at the bottom we're going to have let's get back to the UI design tool. So Ctrl Alt. So this control here mimics the bottom of the stack panel or a div in HTML. So look for this one here. Let's see. So at the bottom, that would be 100 there. So let's put that at the bottom there. So just using Visual Studio as an example. This project in Visual Studio is a WPF project. And there's our bottom there. So that is how we do the numbers and spacing. Like that. So basically that's everything in a nutshell here. So now continuing, we'll do the same for, let's say, the text box there. Right, so what's the distance between this image and this text box here? So the bottom of this image and this text box, the distance is 55. So put that as a margin top on the text box. So to be like this. So we'll come margin. So just press equal button 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So left top. So delete that. Then that will be 55 there. Oh, sorry. Not the image, but the text box. Okay, so that will be 55. So the space between the text box, the top of the text box there. Then you can do that again for this one. It will be the same spacing number like here. So here, and then that will be 31. Okay, but either way, that will still work. Then the top of the button, 27. Okay, let's do a 1-to-1. So let's do this. Let's get this margin. Then let's put it on the image here. So instead of at the top of the image, we'll put that 55 at the bottom. So that will be at the bottom there, that space there. Then we'll do the same for this image here. We'll do the same for the text box. So we'll go back to the UI design tool, get the text box. So the spacing between the bottom, so the spacing between the bottom and the top of the text box is 55 there. So the bottom of this text box and this one is, we select that one, 31 there. Okay, so we'll get this text box here. So say 0, and at the bottom delete, and we'll say 31. Then here that one was 27. Okay, so the space there, let's just put some height on this text box here. So height, let's say 50. So I'll do the same for this other text box. Okay, so there are the two text boxes. Then let's do height for the button. Okay, so we're doing height for the button. Then let's see what we can do in terms of like a margin. So let's get the margin data for the text box. So spacing between this button, this text box here, and this button is 27. So the bottom, okay, that's just about right there, 27 there. Then what would be the spacing between this button and the label here? So that spacing is 20 there. Okay, so that was at what, top? Okay, so add that at the bottom. So that would be 20 there, then the label come here at the bottom here. So this is how you'd implement this in one framework, and that is how you'd extract this numbers and spacing data from the UI design tool for a framework like WPF. Then this is how you'd implement this spacing data in an HTML document. So let's look at that. So we have the main logo app, which is this logo here, So let's try to change the top margin of this logo here, so that you just get an idea of what I'm talking about. So we are here. So this is the full canvas here. So this canvas is 1280, so that should be about 1280 also on the HTML document there, the CSS data. So here we come again, we just press Ctrl Alt, then 173. So 173 will come here. So margin top, let's say 173. Then we'll say Ctrl S. Then let's refresh that data here. Oh, it has refreshed there. So that logo has shifted there. And let's see. No, not this one. Okay, let's see to the left if we can change. So what's the spacing data here? I do believe that was 444. So 444 there. So we come into the HTML tool here. So left, let's change that from 600 to 400. Then we'll save. Then we'll come and see the changes here. So that has gotten much closer here. So that is how we extract numbers and spacing data from the UI design tool that would implement in a framework like HTML, CSS data for HTML, and UI design data for a framework like WPF. So these principles can be forward taken and applied to other frameworks out there, like React Native, Flutter, what's the other one? Compose in Android, then Xcode for Apple, iOS design, and any other UI design framework that you would use to design your applications, desktop, mobile, and website, like that. So basically, that is how you'd extract the data from here. And this is the end of this presentation. So this is a step-by-step presentation. We've shown you how you can extract various kinds of data from the UI design tool called Lunacy here. And all I'm saying is thanks for watching. Remember to like, remember to subscribe. UI UX design corner here, review samples. Then peace. I'll see you guys in another video, and don't forget there's more details in the description section of this video.